We've been discussing throughout the season about having the lack of fans, and without you guys realising that it might have an effect on performance levels, especially going into those final few minutes when you need the fans to spur you over that finish line. Was it everything that you wanted it to be when it happened, Byron?
Yeah, it was quite emotional. I spoke to AJ on the way back from the game, and a few days after, there was something about having the crowds back really brought out a lot of energy in us. The way we reacted when we won, when we scored tries, it was a really amazing feeling. It's very hard to put into words what it meant to us or how it felt, but it was certainly special, really enjoyable, and really excited for Friday again to see if we get that same kind of feel again. But it's fantastic for the fans. It's fantastic for us as players to have them down at the field.
And beating top of the league in Bristol as well has got to do your own confidence levels and the confidence levels of the team a massive boost going into this final playoff push. Now you've secured playoffs, but you most likely will end up playing with them once again this season.
Yeah, it's great to beat Bristol. They're a quality team. They wanted to get one back on us after we beat them at home, so we knew the challenge that we were facing, and it was a real test for us. And I'm glad the boys stepped up. We prepared well, we're training well. The guys that aren't playing on the match day, they're preparing us really well during the week. So it's a massive squad effort, and definitely a lot of good learnings from that game.
And when we discuss tomorrow's game, big storyline going into it is three massive returns in Rohan, Beaumont, and John Ross. John Ross has been dearly missed, hasn't he? As well as Manu starting his first game as well. So what's that like to see guys that you're so close with off the pitch make that return in front of fans?
Really exciting for us, the squad depth's definitely in a much better place than it has been previously. Alex has done a lot of rotation. Everyone's chomping at the bit to play. So yeah, to have Manu start, it's great. He's a fantastic guy around the club, fantastic player. Really excited to see him start. He's hungry for it too. Of course, John Ross coming back. We all know what he brings in terms of leadership and physicality for us. So exciting for that. And then, Wallcliffe's coming on the bench. Cam Hill gets to start. Josh Beaumont's back. It's really, really exciting. It's an opportunity for them to put their hands up, especially going into the last couple of games for playoffs.
And with the wingers at Sale, it's always been deeply stacked with talent, but this season, and that obviously motivates each other to want to bring the best out of each other and assert your position in the team week in and week out. You yourself have been in brilliant individual form. What do you put that down to? Are you just completely in love with rugby at the moment? You always have been, haven't you, Byron? But what would you put that down to? The sort of contesting places in the team? What would you say?
Look, I'm very fortunate. Aaron Reed's also been playing fantastically well. And myself and Yard can count our blessings that we are selected ahead of him, because he's not really put a foot wrong. And it's guys like that who's really pushing us as first team players or starters as such to really put our best foot forward and make the most of every opportunity. And that's the mindset, There's no comfort zone here. It's always trying to find ways to get better. And that's in training, that's in games. And Alex is bringing and driving that standard. So I'm also very fortunate that the rest of the team around me is doing their job and doing it really well. So I've been given the ball in a lot of space. So I'm not going to take too much credit from that. It's a team effort. But yes, certainly enjoying it.
Do you, as an individual, give yourself personal goals heading into each game? Is a try something that you demand of yourself, or like you said, is it result first, and if a try comes, it comes, but you just want to help the team?
For me personally, a win would mean more than a try. So a try is always a bonus, always nice. But for me, if we can win, that counts more than anything. I just want to do my best. There's so many ways now in the modern game that the winger can influence a game. And for me, it's how many times can I influence the game for the better of the team. And then in terms of scoring tries, it's very nice. Do I put a number on it? No, not really. I feel like that will just come naturally, just in terms of my position, I'm very lucky. I'm out wide. I quite often get the ball in a bit of space, so it's quite nice to score that way.
What do you think has changed for the side this season? Because there are a lot of games where you look at maybe the performance wasn't everything that you wanted, or there was a couple of yellow cards or something like that that would snatch the victory away from you. You know, we've seen it happen, and it's been really gutting to see in seasons gone by. But this season, you guys have dug deeper than ever and grinding out wins constantly against adversity. What's changed for you guys? Is it a mentality thing? Is it what would you put that down to? I'm going to leave that over to you, Byron.
Yeah, so Alex has a big focus on the mentality side of things, especially in rugby now. I don't know how well or how often it's used at other clubs. Certainly the first time for me and this playing group. And he's bringing out the best in us in terms of what we're thinking certain moments of the game. So mentality is massive for us. Our kicking, our exit strategy is a lot better than it's ever been. And then the way he's restructured the week, I think it really brings the best out in the team. You know, we feel fresh going to games. The days that we are training, it's very intense. It's almost the same, if not more intense than what a game would be. So we prepared very well. So he's brought in quite a few things, and it's quite hard to put our finger on one thing, but I have to say mentality is certainly one thing that stands out, that is driving home. The massive motivation for me is winning the trophy, to see my teammates happy, to see the fans happy, the people in the Northwest, you know, inspiring the next generation of Sale Sharks players, for the coaching staff, for everyone within and who's involved with Sale Sharks and in the Northwest. It's really for them. It's more than just what happened last year and me. It means a lot to me to see the rest of my teammates and club happy. So that's my motivation to go on and try and win and do better things.
The last time we were in the playoffs, Byron, was the last time that we won it in 2006. Do you think that's a pretty good omen to have going into it, or is that something you're not even really thinking about? And just put into words what it would mean for, you know, Manchester as a whole to have a Greater Manchester club lift that Premiership rugby trophy.
Yeah, I think it's massive. You know, certainly for Sale Sharks, it's happened once. We know the importance for our owners, for our fans, for the community in the Northwest Manchester. We know the impact it has, what success brings. It's obviously football dominated here in Manchester with the two clubs, United and City. So it'd be great to put rugby on the map. You know, we're building something really special here. It's not something that I believe will just be a once-off. I believe it's something that's going to go on for season on season, which is really exciting. And of course, you know, why waste opportunity? We've got opportunity to win it this year. That's what the focus is, and that's what the drive is, and we're going to work hard for it.
And then finally, Byron, what do you make of this Quins team you're heading up against tomorrow night at the AJ Bell? What are you expecting they bring to this one?
We all know Harlequins, very exciting team. Pretty similar to Bristol in the way they attack. They like to move the ball wide to wide. I know they will try and come and match us physically, which is obviously a bit of a superpower for us. So we expect a lot of attacking threats from them. But for us, it's focusing on what we're good at and how we can impose our game, and hopefully the result will take care of itself after 80 minutes.